So firstly, don't fight me, okay? After watching this video, I eat some of this food as well, okay? You requested this video. I got a lot of messages about it, and now you have it, okay? This is solely for education. Now, let's quickly take a look at what is called the glycemic index of foods. Now, what's a glycemic index? Glycemic index is a value which is actually used to measure how specific food increase our blood sugar levels. Foods are classified as low, medium, or high glycemic foods, okay? And they are usually ranked on a scale of 0 to 100. So now, the lower the glycemic index of a specific food, the less it may affect your blood sugar levels. Here are the glycemic index ratings, okay? So we refer to this as low if the ratings is 55 or less, medium if it is between 56 to 69, and high if it is 70 or above, okay? So now, foods that are high in refined carbohydrate and sugar, they are often digested more quickly and they do have a high glycemic index, while food that are high in protein, fat, or fiber, they typically have a low glycemic index. So foods that contains no carbohydrates, they are typically not assigned a glycemic index, and these foods usually include meat, fish, poultry, nuts, seeds, herbs, spice, and oil, I believe, yes. So we need to understand that foods such as eba, poundo, fufu should be consumed in moderation. Otherwise, their risk to our health outweighs their benefits. Why? So this is often due to the high calorie content, which can harm our health, especially if we do not engage in physical activities. Because some of us, we just consume this food and we don't engage in physical activities, or we don't engage in daily work that can actually allow us burn off these calories, okay? Now, like I said, I consume it too, but it's very important that moderation is key here. So let's start with the list. Number one on my list are swallowed foods. Swallowed foods. For those of you who might not know what swallows are, swallows are general terms that we use to describe foods made with starchy carbohydrates and prepared with water until they have like a dough-like consistency. Okay, so swallowed food examples are eba, poundo, fufu. Okay, these are examples of swallowed foods. And also, it's not surprising that swallowed are being blamed for weight gain because they are actually made from carbohydrates. Now, swallows are made from a special type of carbohydrates, which are referred to as complex carbohydrates. So what does this mean? This actually means that the body doesn't break down this carbohydrate quickly enough as it would for the simple carbohydrates. Therefore, if you consume this constantly or consistently in high amounts, it can actually increase the risk of your health conditions like diabetes, metabolic syndrome. I spoke about this last time, a condition whereby you can have an increased fat in the abdominal area, increased blood sugar level, increased blood pressure levels and stuff like that, and also can increase your risk of coronary artery disease, which is a heart condition. So now let's take a look at some of the healthy ways of eating swallows. Okay, a little bit of recommendations from me. Now, it is best for you to reduce your portion, which you can reduce your portion to like a feast size portion, which is recommended. Okay, when you consume this, use more soup and eat less swallow. Okay, and also you can eat swallows with healthy draw soups. Some prefer okra or ogbono, ewedu, which are spinach, because they are high in soluble fibers, which helps you with digestion. Also, another thing you can do is you add more water. So when you add more water when you're making your eba, it makes it easier for you to consume it, and also foods like amala, when you add more water to it, it's easily digestible. Okay. Now, second on my list, I'm going to be talking about egusi soup. Egusi soup, one of my favorite dish. Most people love egusi soup. Again, moderation is key here. We need to know that egusi soup has high level of calories, especially when consumed with some type of fish. Okay, when consumed with some type of meat, this can actually raise the calorie to around 700 per serving. So imagine this with more than 1 wraps of eba, or poundo, depending on how much you eat. It means that if you consume this with more than 1 wrap of poundo or eba, which actually has almost 600 calories of their own, it means you are consuming a lot of calories, per serving, which is kind of a lot. Okay. Number 3 on my list are 1-minute instant noodles. Okay, I eat it sometimes too, but again, moderation is key. I know that most Nigerians love it, or most people from Africa love it because it's cheap, fast, and easy to cook. But unfortunately, some tests have revealed that noodles contains a high level of sodium, which can actually raise your blood pressure. And also, they contain a high level of sodium, which can cause heart disease, indigestion, and obesity. Number 4 on my list are fried plantains. Fried plantains. I like fried plantain too. However, considerate amount of carbohydrates, considerate amount of it should be consumed. Okay, if you consume, you have to know that consuming 100 grams of protein of plantain is consuming about 30 grams of carbs. Okay, you are consuming about 30 grams of carb, 15 grams of sugar, and also about 120 calories. Okay, so if you love plantain so much, it is better for you to adopt other ways of cooking it. And the last on my list are pounded yam. Last on my list is pounded yam. Okay, pounded yam is high in calories, as a small size of pounded yam contains about 330 calories. Okay, in fact, 1 thin cup of pounded yam contains about 400 calories from carbohydrate alone. So also, pounded yam has a high glycemic index, like I've referred to previously, as compared to boiled yam by itself. So, which actually means that eating pounded yam is consuming calories, a high calories with no specific nutrition. So I just want to warn you, if you're a diabetic patient, it's better for you to stay away from food with high starch and embrace food with low starch. I hope you are able to learn 1 or 2 things from this video. Again, this is majorly for educational purposes. I love you all. God bless.